Okay, hey everyone, so you know what they say, another day, another CRT monitor. I'm sure someone has said that at some point in time. But yeah, this is a 1999 Dell PC monitor. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back and we can see what the specific model number is. Okay, and here's the back. And yeah, you can see over there on the right side, it says it's model number M770. Nice. And then on the bottom there, it says it's from 1999, August. Nice. You can see the inputs here. It has VGA, which is, yeah, you can't unplug that VGA cable. Looks like it's just labeled video something. See if I can see under there. Yeah, video something. Video in, I think. Yeah, video in. And then there's just the regular standard power cable. So yeah, this is a pretty cool monitor. This came from a school, a university, and so it's probably like in a computer lab or a library or something. So yeah, anyway. I've already gone through and set up the geometry stuff in here. But yeah, I can show you those settings though real quick. So like down here, you got your arrow button, which is like your menu button. And then your plus and minus buttons to change settings. And then this is for brightness. And then this is contrast. So you can see when I got this, yeah, it was just set to 60 by default. And then contrast is set to 100. And so yeah, I guess that's okay. But yeah, and then the menus though, so yeah, you can see in here like this size and position. I'll actually show this in just a second because right now, well, let's see, let me back up. Let me first explain how I have this set up. How I have the Nintendo Switch going in, because obviously the Nintendo Switch only has HDMI out on it. And so how do you convert HDMI to work on a monitor like this as VGA? Well, what you need is not a RetroTINK 4K. I had this because I was trying to do something else. This is actually take 3 of this video. I was trying to go through the RetroTINK 4K and be tricky, but yeah, it was, it was kind of not working the greatest. So anyway, I ended up just plugging the Nintendo Switch directly into this VGA monitor with this HDMI to VGA adapter I have here. I'll leave a link to this in the description as well. It's a pretty nice one. But yeah, just HDMI from the Switch going into this VGA monitor. So yeah, works out pretty good. And then I also have this HDMI switcher so I can have all sorts of HDMI sources going into this monitor. But yeah, this is where the real magic is this HDMI to VGA. And then this also has audio out. However, I'm just using the audio headphone jack on the Switch for these speakers here, just because then I can control it from where I'm sitting, like the volume with the controller. So yeah. Anyway, that's how I have this set up. And yeah, oh, and by the way, these speakers are magnetically shielded as well. You can see they're not causing any killer interference on this monitor. Also, I would imagine this, I haven't taken this monitor apart, but I would imagine this monitor has quite a bit of shielding inside of it, since usually these computer monitors do. So yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and see what a game looks like. So again, this is 1080p going into this monitor, and I'll go ahead into the settings and I'll just show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's the settings. So yeah, you can see I have it set to 1080p. I actually could probably just set it to automatic because yeah, we'll just choose the highest. But yeah, this monitor can support 1080p. Yeah, and then also I have this RGB range set to full range. So yeah, the default is actually strange enough to limited. However, I think limited, yeah, makes everything look a little washed out, which makes sense in this monitor because since this is a computer monitor, it will be expecting the full RGB range for standard dynamic range, SDR. So yeah, just set to full there. And yeah, let's go ahead and go into a game though and see what it looks like. Since this is widescreen, let's go ahead and go into like Mario Sunshine. Okay, now here's something that's probably not coming up on the camera correctly, but black is not completely black. So I'm thinking we're going to have to turn down the brightness a little bit. Yeah, because like even, in fact, I guess this is probably a good opportunity to show you what else I did. So let's see, let me go into here. So as I was adjusting the size of this, I actually went to this screen where you can see the arrows. So, so yeah, if you if you pull the screen too far over to like this side, it's actually like very bright over here, and that's a common thing on these CRT monitors I've found. In fact, let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, whoops, went away. Yeah, so you can see I'm pulling up this menu here. So then now if I go down to, whoops, let's see, horizontal position. So yeah, so right now it's at 45%. However, if I pull it clear over, let's see. Oh no, you know what? This was the wrong setting. Hold on. I have to set it back to where it was. Yeah, something like that. I think it was about right there. Yeah. Okay, hold on. It was actually not horizontal position. It was horizontal size. Here we go. Okay, so for example, if let's say that I set this number up to 100 again. And then so right now it's at 37%. No, except the menu goes away if you don't save it, if you don't do anything for a while. So yeah, let's go back to horizontal size. And then you can see if I try to bring it down so then the arrows are in all the way, you can actually see over here there's this really bright line. And so yeah, I don't like that. And yeah. So anyway, I always put that into the overscan. I think that's the best way to do it. And I found that the best setting is about 94% to have all the arrows showing, or at least most of the arrows showing. And then, yeah, just kind of put this, yeah, I wasn't planning on showing this right now, but because I already had it set up. But yeah, I like to use these. You can see these little marks over here, which they use for calibration in the factory. I like to have just a little bit of white in there. Yeah, just a little bit of the screen going to overscan, because then it's sure to not have any black borders on the side. And yeah, and I already positioned the screen so it's in, just right in the middle, manaka, as they say in Japanese. But yeah, anyway, so this is a pretty good setting. But yeah, that's why I have it set down to 94%, was just to kind of compensate for that really white bar, so it can be off into the overscan, and then also having the most of the arrows show. And yeah, so anyway, that's how I have the scaling set up. And yeah, so now let's go ahead and go into a game. Actually, first off, let's turn down the brightness. You're probably not going to be able to see this. In fact, I wonder if I set up. Okay, there we go. If I like really overexpose my camera ISO settings, you can kind of see it. See, obviously it doesn't look like this in real life, but you can see the difference here though. So see how this part right here is gray, and then this is a little bit like it's more dark. So yeah, so in real life this just kind of looks like a well, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, basically I would like this the black that's being sent in from the switch, to be as close to this black bar at the top as possible. So I think that the way we can fix this is if I open up this brightness setting, then I can actually just turn down this brightness to where that black, the gray, just kind of disappears into the black that's behind it. And yeah, obviously, I mean, we could go overkill and let go, pretty dark, but then that kind of affects the rest of the picture a little bit, where I think that's a little bit too dark. Yeah, and again, you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing. And on your screen, everything is blown out a lot more. In fact, let me go back to show you what I'm seeing in real life. Okay, so yeah, so this is closer to what I'm seeing. But yeah, anyway, just these brightness controls is good for getting this brightness to look a little bit better. So yeah, I think about 40%, maybe 35%. I'll have to go into an actual game and see if that looks a little too dark. But yeah, that looks pretty good though. So yeah, the difference between this brightness here and then this brightness is almost non-existent right now. So I think that looks pretty good. And I'm just kind of curious. I'm going to go into the switch loading screen and let's see if that looks better now. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Yeah, this brightness setting is way better. So anyway, that was a very easy fix to get this brightness to work better. All right, so now let's go into Mario Sunshine, since this is a widescreen game on the Switch anyway. Oh, nice. I didn't realize that was blue before. Oh yeah, see these, yeah, these black levels look absolutely amazing, stunning, absolutely stunning. And then this is what I'm talking about with the, so see if I hold down the home button on this switch controller, then I can just control the volume from my seat. So yeah, so I can turn it up or down or whatever. Yeah, this looks really nice though. Look at this. Yeah, so again, this is yeah, 1080p going into this monitor. You know, the max resolution the Switch can do. Yeah, this just looks really nice. Yeah, we'll just start one of these. I guess I don't have a file on this on the Switch. But yeah, this looks really nice. And yeah, especially where these black levels, where I turn down that brightness, now it's like the black bars on the top and bottom just kind of disappear, especially when I have the lights off in this room. If I look really closely, I can still vaguely see a difference between the top and bottom brightness, but it's a lot better than it was before. So yeah, anyway. I guess it doesn't let you skip the cutscenes, huh? Oh, that's funny. Even when it's in Japanese, they still talk in English, even though it's, but they have the Japanese text. That's interesting. I wonder if that's the way it is on the GameCube too. Probably is, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'll pause the video while we get past this cutscene. Okay, there we go. And then I'm also, this is also weird because I'm using a game or a Nintendo 64 controller on this game, so I probably won't be able to have all the buttons that I need, but yeah, we can at least jump around and, yeah, run around and jump, so yeah, I guess that's good enough. Yeah, like for example, B is also jump, so yeah, I don't actually have all my buttons available to me, but that's okay. Yeah, but yeah, this looks really nice though, yeah. The motion is excellent as well, and boy, this, I mean, playing something on the CRT monitor, like the Switch just looks absolutely amazing. Like it looks a lot higher resolution than what it does on like my 4K Sony TV. Yeah, everything, all the graphics are just like smoothed out on the Switch, especially set on this 1080p resolution. So yeah, these PC computer monitors are pretty amazing. The CRT ones, I mean. Yeah, not to mention the motion clarity, like I said, is absolutely stunning as well. But anyway, but yeah, so now, what I'm going to do is because obviously, like, not all games are going to be, set in this, widescreen format. And so, like, for example, these Nintendo 64 games, they're all going to be 4:3. And so, I'll just show you what this looks like. I'm sure you already know, but I'll just show it to you just to, because I have an idea of how to fix this. And this is where I was using the RetroTINK before to try to scale the image to easily switch back and forth between 1080p, or sorry, between 4:3 and 6:9. However, the RetroTINK 4K is really cool, but I'm not sure if at the current firmware, if it can like very easily scale. It's hard to explain on the camera, but basically, like, I was trying to get it to scale up or to scale down from a 1080p image. But yeah, I wasn't able to do that exactly all the time. When I piped in 720p and then outputting 1080p, I was able to scale it pretty much. But when I was piping in 1080p and then outputting 1080p, I wasn't able to really scale this down, if that makes sense. Because I wanted 1080p to be widescreen mode basically, and then 720p to be 4:3 mode. But yeah, the RetroTINK 4K wasn't exactly letting me do that. So anyway, I'll have to keep playing around with that. There might be a way to do it. I might just be doing something wrong on it. But anyway, that's why right now I just have the Switch directly plugged into this monitor. And so now the way I'm going to switch between 4:3 and 6:9 mode is I'm just going to switch resolutions on the Switch. And then these CRT monitors are really cool because basically they remember what your size settings are for each resolution. And so yeah, because obviously, like, this is kind of silly looking where it's a 4:3 image on a 4:3 monitor, but it's all like squished down. And so obviously what we wanted to do is just zoom in. And so yeah, I've done this on other monitors, and it probably will work on this one. So yeah, we'll find out though real quick. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to change the resolution to 720p. So this will be our 4:3 mode basically. All right, so now you can see it's all messed up again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into here to Mario Kart. Okay, so now I am going to go in here and I'm going to change these settings, the size and position, to basically just crop out all of this unwanted information over here. So let's see, let me go into size and position. I'll just show you this. I'll just show you this a little bit because it actually kind of takes a long time to do. This is also why I was hoping to be able to use the RetroTINK. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to go into something like that. Oops, that's not what I want to do. And then, yeah, then you can see just kind of change the vertical size to basically, you know, we're just cropping in to just zoom in. So yeah, I'm going to pause the video while I get these adjusted correctly. Okay, and actually I think we might have hit a roadblock here. So yeah, you can see, whoops, not horizontal position. So yeah, the horizontal size, I want to be able to make this even wider. However, as you can see, it's at 100% and we're still not filling up the full thing. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but I guess it just kind of is the way it is. So yeah, I'm going to try the RetroTINK 4K real quick just to see if I can get something else to work on there. But if not, then we'll just keep on testing other stuff. Okay, so here's the switch going through the RetroTINK 4K, and right now I have it set to outputting at 1080p. I do think that this is kind of funny. When you set it to 4K, to output at 4K, the monitor, I mean, it's not funny, it's just kind of expected, but yeah, the monitor just doesn't know what to do, so it just turns off. And then also, if I set to 1440p, you can see, give it a second here. Yeah, you can see it turns on. Oh no, sorry, it reverted back to 1080p. So hold on, so I'm going to hit 1440p. Oh, it's not doing it now. Well, before I was saying just like signal out of range. But yeah, but right now it's not showing anything. Yeah, it might be because, oh, you know what it might be? It might be because I'm having to go through this converter box. Hold on, let me just try playing it directly into the monitor. Or sorry, not the converter box, this AV selector. This probably can't handle 1440p either, so I'm going to just plug the RetroTINK directly into this adapter here, and then I'll show you the message that it shows when you try to switch to 1440p. Okay, so now I have the RetroTINK 4K directly plugged into this HDMI to VGA converter. So now when I set to 1440p, you can see it says signal out of range. So yeah. And 1440p, by the way, does work on like over VGA. I've done that before on another monitor that I have. But yeah, just not on this monitor. But yeah, then 4K just like turns off, doesn't know what to do with it. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'll show you that real quick. So here's 4K now that's plugged directly in this monitor. And then you can see this little status light just turns yellow and then just turns off. Yeah, we'll set it back to 1080p since it likes that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to now pause the video, and I'm going to try to figure out a way I can use the RetroTINK 4K to, hopefully we can, well, I'm going to figure out, try to my best to see if this is really a limitation of the RetroTINK 4K right now, where we can't really zoom in basically on a 4:3 CRT monitor when you're outputting at 1080p. Because I'm sure if I was outputting 4K, I probably could zoom in. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to pause the video while I try to figure this out. Okay, I stand corrected. Wow, so I was able to get the RetroTINK 4K to do this. So, wow. Okay, yeah, so this is going from the Switch into this monitor. And yeah, it is looking nice. Yes, sirree. Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, let me step you through so what I did. So first off, in the CRT menu, I expanded the screen to fill the top and bottom, and obviously the aspect ratio was completely off. And then I'm actually going to reset. So I'm going to reset. I'm going to just do the default profile, and then I'll show you what I did to get it to look like this. So let's just go to load default. Okay, so that will erase all of the awesome settings I just did. Okay. Oh, and then of course it's going to be 1080p. So yeah, this monitor doesn't like, I mean, it's going to be 4K. So yeah, change it to 1080p. Okay. So this is how I had it So yeah, so you can see I just expanded the screen so then it fills the top and bottom. And then what I did was went into here, so the menu, so let's just start at the beginning. So I went down here to advanced settings in the RetroTINK 4K, and then scaling and cropping. And then first off, I got rid of these ugly borders on these virtual console games. Or I guess they're not virtual console games anymore, but yeah, the borders on these Nintendo Switch Online games. So yeah, so let's get rid of the left one first. So yeah, you can see, whoops, wrong way. I'll make the border smaller, not bigger. Okay, yeah, so you can see that, yeah, we're cropping it off to the side here. Let's see, I'll turn this off for now. Actually, leave it on so you can see the bezels. But yeah, so you can see I'm just getting rid of all the black. And so this blue, it won't show up once we're all done, but that's just showing like where the edge of the image is. And so yeah, so I just basically went back and forth until like it's just barely not visible, the black. So yeah, so like, let me show you what I mean. So see, so there's that ugly border there. In fact, actually, it's probably easier to see on the other side since that's not where the menu is. So yeah, you can see this ugly gray border here. So yeah, I'm just going to crop all of that out like so. Yeah. And so, yeah, so anyway, yeah, and it goes by, like, it increments by pixels, so it's kind of hard to, like, once you get it there, then yeah, it looks perfect. But yeah, just about right there, that's where all the black is gone. So yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Perfect. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and do the other thing on this, the same thing on this side. Okay, there we go, about like that. Yeah, and interestingly enough, I actually had to crop off more on the left side than the right side, so I guess Nintendo doesn't place this directly in the center, which is interesting. It's about 3 pixels off. So yeah, that's interesting. You would think that you would have cropped the same from both sides, but yeah, maybe there's more on this left side because that's where like they have like the icon up there and they just need more pixels. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but anyway, it's working now. All right, so then I was able to come down here to, and I don't know why, I was trying to do this before, but it just wasn't working. But yeah, you can see, I don't know, I'm not sure if this is left over from my previous settings, but yeah, it seems like, I think it might just be automatic, but yeah, so you can see that it's just at this 1.423. So yeah, and then yeah, it just basically crops out to the sides of the screen. You can see if it looks like I need to adjust this a little bit because yeah, I think it went a little bit too far. So yeah, again, I'm looking at these little calibration marks here on the screen. So yeah, there's a little bit of blue in there, so I'm just going to keep on making it a little bit bigger until I don't see blue on either side. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, just something like that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, that's basically how I did the cropping. Yeah, again, that was definitely an error on my part. I don't know what I was doing wrong before because I couldn't get to crop like this, but yeah, it's working now, so whatever. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, and then, all right, and now another thing I did was I added scan lines. So first off, since this is 1080p going into the RetroTINK 4K, I set this vertical prescale to 1/4 because yeah, 1/4 or 1080p divided by 4 is 270. Oh yeah, it actually says it right here. Yeah, so 270. Check out the retro or My Life in Gaming video for more on this. But yeah, basically when I divide the 1080p image by 4, then it's basically essentially a 270p image that's being scaled, and that's pretty close to 240p. So yeah, I might do if I did 720p, I could get to exactly to 240p, but I think 270 is good enough for now. Because now, if we go back, so yeah, so you can see that that'll look pretty good. And look at this lag too, only 1.5 milliseconds. So yeah, that's essentially almost zero lag. So now if I go back and I go into this processing effects, I can actually go down here and I turned on these scan lines, and woo, boy, that looks nice. Yeah, on this CRT monitor, these scan lines look really nice. And interestingly enough, when I turn on the scan lines, it actually makes the image like slightly brighter. So I guess CRT monitors or TVs or just whatever in general, they just like scan lines, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you can see there's different effects on here. So I kind of settle on this exponential. So yeah, I really like this setting. You can see there's also this Gaussian, which is just kind of, yeah, the scan lines are just a bit more blurred, like a lower line count, I guess. And then there's Super Gaussian, which are more pronounced. Yeah, Super Gaussian and exponential look pretty similar, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of like exponential just because it's like the first option, so maybe it's better in some way, but yeah, it looks pretty similar to Super Gaussian. Yeah, and then linear scan lines. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Box. Yeah, not sure. Now here's something interesting. Look, you can change it to a LCD monitor. So yes, if you want to turn a CRT monitor to a LCD display, hey, you can do that. Actually, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, and then there's LCD mono 1 and then 2. I kind of like 2 because it's a little bit brighter. Here's LCD BGR. So yeah, this is kind of cool. You can turn on all these different to make it look like an LCD monitor, which yeah, obviously probably wouldn't want to do, but yeah, I think I'll probably just keep it on these exponential, and then you can obviously change the strength too, so make the scan lines a lot more pronounced. However, the more pronounced you make them, the darker the image gets. So yeah, you can see I can go crazy. Yeah, it looks really nice, really pronounced, but yeah, it gets pretty dark too. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at the default 0. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. But yeah, this is looking really nice. And yeah, so anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in to these profiles, this profile thing here, and I'm going to say save as new. So now this is going to be my new profile 1, and then I'll have to go on to the computer and actually rename it. Although, I don't know, for some reason when I updated my RetroTINK 4K last time, it actually made my memory, my SD card, read-only for some reason, so I actually can't go in and edit stuff right now on my computer. I've tried Linux and Windows and neither of them work, so yeah, anyway, I'll have to figure that out later, but for now I'll just have to remember that new profile 1 is this awesome say. In fact, I'm going to save that here. So let's go down here and find our new profile 1. Oh, it's not. It's only showing my new profile 0. Oh, maybe it's because it's already... No, it's not showing. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. I should be able to change this to new profile 1. I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of besides the point. Yeah, save current. No, we don't know. No, overwrite it. Well, anyway, that's besides the point. I'm still learning how to use this RetroTINK 4K completely. But yeah, the point is though, is that yeah, this looks really nice. So yeah, yeah, we got this to yeah, look really nice on this CRT monitor. So yeah, now let's stop talking and let's actually do some racing. Let's do Bowser, one of the best characters for sure. And then I'm going to hold down the home button here to turn up the volume. Now this is kind of annoying where some of the stuff is off the screen. But it's not the end of the world. So yeah. And obviously I could just go back and, you know, load a different profile and then have everything show on the screen, you know, if I really need to look at something over there. But yeah, I mean, as far as, you know, just, yeah, how this looks, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with this monitor. This monitor is from 1999, and I'm playing a 1997 game on it. I think this game came out in 1997, but I think it says 1996 on the title screen, so maybe it came out in 1996 in Japan. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, oh boy, this would have been a really cool experience to, you know, to have, you know, back in 1999. Yeah, let me turn this up a little bit so you can, there we go, that looks a little bit more closer to what I'm seeing in real life. There we go, something like that. But yeah, I mean, this looks really cool. Yeah, this is a very, very cool experience for sure. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to like adjust my camera, hold my camera, play the game with one hand. That's why I'm not launching any items, because I just have one hand like on top of the on top of the controller, just trying to play this. But yeah. Anyway, Yeah, this is really cool though. This looks really nice. Yeah, I'm really glad that I was able to find this monitor. So yeah, anyway, yeah, I think that'll do it for this video though. And yeah, I'm sure I'll feature this monitor in more videos in the future. But yeah, this is yeah, paired to this monitor, paired with RetroTINK 4K is a really nice, really nice combination for sure. So yeah, anyway, yeah, I think that'll do it for now. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, and all that awesome stuff, and we'll talk to you later. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.